Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? I'm only showing myself momentarily because today is not about you seeing my wonderful face. It is all about as I'm still trying to adjust my hat. It's about me doing this little tutorial and all of that stuff. I did send links out in case people wanted to come on and join me as I do this. Um, and so that you could do it on live with me and or ask questions live, and that way you don't have to necessarily rely on the chat to ask me live as you're doing it, because it helps if you're doing it with me. If you would like for me to drop the link in the chat, let me know. Sean knows to everybody. If you'd like me to just drop the link in the chat and have anybody come on, I can do that. um Matter of fact, let me do that now so mods can have it just in case it needs to be dropped. Um, Again, so that way mods can have it. Um, I'm gonna have to mods. I gotta mods. Can y'all DM me on Can all my mods DM me on Instagram after this? I think I need to create a group chat on Instagram to just for my mod so I can put information and stuff out there um that you all might need for lives or stuff like that. So but don't do it now, just wait till after the chat. Hey everybody, hey fuck you mean, hey New Jones, hey Lil Baby, Button Jessica, Abby, hey everyone. So I got snacks for myself. Been snacking on these because they were on sale for like $1 for the big bag, and so that's why I got it. This is my new thing that I've been eating so much of lately because it's so good. I know I ate it on a couple of videos, but it's so good. I just can't stop eating it. I got some fruit rings. Albanese is the best gummy bears and fruit rings and everything. And I got some Planters original. Y'all know I'm filled with snacks. And right now we're sipping on the watermelon Red Bull because the watermelon is the best Red Bull, y'all. It's the watermelon is the best one. I'm just saying. Hey Lex, hey Ghetto View, hey Quintessential. Um, so I guess I should put my name and stuff. Um, we're going to, you know how my name like right there is like real cool and it's not the standard StreamYard, you know, name overlay and stuff like that. So we're gonna work on some of that today. We're gonna work on some thumbnail stuff today. And just some little tips for beginners and stuff like that. Like people often ask me about I've had people from shows ask me about my thumbnails that I have for some of my reviews. So we're gonna work on some of these things today. Yes, the watermelon is everything. Like I used to be a real fan of the yellow when the tropical. I used to be a real fan of the tropical, but the watermelon, I'm sold on the watermelon. Cha. Maybe one day you give a lesson on how to go live, what equipment need. Going live is easy. I tell people all the time, nappy child. Now that I can answer for you easy. Right, we're gonna be using some Canva today as well, quintessential. So um now going live, I tell people all the time, especially with YouTube, but people always say, "Oh, I want to wait till I get the right equipment." Wait till you're never gonna have the right equipment. You're never gonna have the right everything. And so why wait? Just go ahead and do it because the content will make room for you. YouTube has room for everybody. Look at my camera right now. I'm using the camera on my computer and it's fucking awful. But that's fine. That's okay because it's not about me today. I would normally use my camera on my phone, which is much better, but um I'm going to be using my phone to show y'all some stuff. So, um matter of fact, let me get that set up now that I'm thinking about it. Um but yes. So here's what I wanted to do though. Um I wanted to do this mainly because everybody, I am by no stretch of the imagination a graphics designer. That is not my avocation. That is not my profession. Um, I don't purport to be one. Um, I am middle of the road. I would venture to tell you, maybe upper side of the middle of the road in terms of graphics and my ability to do that. I'm not, you know, the guru. I don't sit there and know all of the tricks and stuff with Photoshop and all of that stuff, but I can, navigate around as best as I can. And so, what I wanted to empower you all with is the ability to, and it may not be for YouTube, it may be for something you want to post somewhere else on a Facebook post or Instagram post or Twitter or something like that, and different things that you may want to do. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Ghetto View. Hey, MVN. Hey, Lex. Hey, Point Essential. Um, but you just want, and sometimes you don't necessarily want to have to go through paying someone to do it because a lot of people will help you, but they do want you to pay them to do that. And maybe you just don't have the money right now. Maybe you just and then sometimes even when you pay some people, you gotta you they kind of put you on a timeline and say, oh, I can have it, not right away. I can have it at this time, and maybe you need it sooner. So sometimes you just want to be able to do a little something on your own so that you can, for a myriad of reasons, because you just want to empower yourself. One, you might want to be able to know how to do it. So if somebody's trying to, make something out to be more than it is, you could be like, it don't take all that. I already know. I just was trying to be nice to ask you to do it. Sometimes you have to check with people because they think you don't know some stuff. So and then sometimes it's more gratifying. Sometimes I find it for me when I know I have done something and I can look at that and say, ain't nobody do that for me. That was all me. I ain't paid nobody. That was all me. And sometimes, you know, that's why I do stuff sometimes. So what for whatever your reason is, whatever reason you're here, I hope that you gain something out of this today. I hope uh this helps you out, and I am definitely looking to empower you. That's all we're here for today. So there are a couple apps that you're going to need. I'm going to put the apps, all of the apps I know are available on both Android and um on Apple or iOS. The first one is going to be Let me make sure I got. I'm sure Mod Squad is going to find links to that, but the first you can go to your store, be it the Apple store, be it the App Store or whatever store you need. Okay. Um, that's the first app. The second app is going to be hold on. The third app is going to be you know what? I didn't make you get that much, and the fourth one is going to be you don't necessarily have to download Canva because Canva is browser based as well. Um, so let me show you what these look like, what the logos for them look like. Oh, okay. See, this is why. Oh, I don't got to do it that way. I forgot. Let me do it this way. Okay, because I can show y'all my phone on my screen. All right, there you go. Let me put my phone on do not disturb now. Somebody mentioned. Ooh, I can't show y'all that, but ooh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Anyway, all right. So let me move you right here. That's a comfortable place. Okay. Um. All right. So all I have to do now is share screen, application, that. All right. So hopefully you all can see my phone screen now. And let me just make that the whole screen. All right. So you should be able to see my screen now. So let me go back here. This the one in the top right corner is hold on, y'all. Let me take that overlay off. Hold on, y'all. All right. So the one in the top right corner is Pixar. That's what it looks like. Sorry. The one in the top in the middle is Photoshop Express. Fonto is underneath it. Um, Canva is the one on the top row right here. That is Canva. That's what it looks like. So those apps are the ones that we're going to use today. Now there are, as you can see, there are other ones that I have. Like I use Pixel Lab sometimes, Pix Plus, Be Funky, um, Photo PIP. I don't use that much. Photo Layers sometimes. Um, I use this one right here. Sometimes for my editing of videos, I use Love Clip. VLLO right here is pretty good. Sometimes at apps you know. So but yeah, I got a lot of apps that I use. So I'm going to what's here's what's scary, y'all. The scary part is that I'm on my phone and I have to go through my galleries at times So I might have to take the screen off first because I know that my phone might throw up. You might have a peen or 12 on screen, so I have to make sure. Anyway, so I wanted to do that. We're gonna start off with the thumbnails first. Um, because we're all gonna work on one thumbnail together, and then after that, we'll work on some of the stuff with StreamYard and overlays and stuff like that. Because that we're just gonna play around with and play with together. So that we can get that done. I am the same, working from home, trying to stay positive and grateful for my blessings. I hear you. So I'm giving everybody a chance to um download stuff as they need. Let me make sure. Stop. Okay. Like I said, if anybody wants to come on screen with me to do this, I recommend it. Drop the link if you can. I know I did a tutorial like this, but this is going to be a little better, more advanced. I'm aware it's me that I did one, but this time we're going to go a little further because last time we couldn't do certain things because there were apps that I used that were Android and they didn't have it available for um for Apple. And so yeah. Can you please send me those apps in my DM or through text? I'm driving. Okay. I can Lex. I mean, you could Lex go back and watch the replay. But I'm joking, and Lex. I'll definitely send it to you. I definitely see you. I sent you a reply to the email. You should already have it, but Jessica, just check your email because I did send you a reply earlier today to that email. So, yeah, hopefully you got it. Yeah, but I definitely send you that. Can y'all put a 27 in the chat if and when you are ready to get started? Um, so let me start by showing you what we're gonna make today. Very simple thumbnail, is nothing too extravagant. Just real simple. This is what we're gonna make today, people. This is our objective today. This is what we're going to make. This is what we'll be looking at today. This is what we'll be making. And it's not hard at all. Um, very simple. Very, very simple. Um, there's a lot more that we can do than just this, but I felt like this was simple enough to where it could get you a good start. And then you can, go and play around some more with some of the apps and what it can do and how it can do so much more. I mean, in terms of graphics, as you all probably know, there's almost limitless things you can do with regard to graphics. Um, so yeah, that is what. All right, it's me, D. We'll be doing today. Okay. That's not me. That's certainly not me. That is not me. Child, that is not me. I'm not gonna even take claim to that being me. All right. So if we're ready, let me take that off. So that's the finished product. It may not look exact by the time we're done, but that is our finished product. All right. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and I typed this in. I typed black man on beach, right? And I went to images. I did a Google image search for black man on beach. So I did that. And then I just was looking, I was feeling the beach this morning and I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and was looking. You don't want to choose if you can see on and you probably see it on yours. You don't want to choose any of the pictures that have like watermarks and stuff on it. Like this one with this fat man running in the this one with the fat man running right here. You don't want to choose one like that or like this. You see how it has watermarks on those? You don't want to choose any of the ones with watermarks. So, or this one with the guy with the dread. See how that has watermarks? You definitely never want to choose a picture with the watermark. So I was scrolling, 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 scrolling. Nothing really caught my eye. I said, "Oh dear God!" And then I saw the guy right there. See the guy right here? This guy. I said, "Ooh," because y'all know I like hair. So I just downloaded the picture. So you know how you do. You click it, and then on my phone, if I hold down, it'll give me two options: download or share image. And I just click download, and it will eventually make a noise. There we go, telling me that it's downloaded. Everybody with me so far? Anybody lost? Did everybody find the image? Put a 27 in the chat if you found the image. Also, in terms of branding, a lot of times I will use pictures or I will do a still I'll like for TV shows, I'll be playing it on my phone and then I'll pause it right at the moment that I want and I will do a screen capture. And so when I'm cropping, I always try to make it a point to crop out the logo or the name of the channel in the bottom right hand corner so that way they can't get me for copyright or licensing or whatever. I always also try to change the tint or the color a little bit of the original photo so that if they go, it doesn't look exactly like the original photo. Okay. And I'll show you all how I do that next. So we got the picture we want. We downloaded the picture. So now I'm going to click um there where I'll click the download. It says what app do you want to use. The first app we're going to use is Photoshop Express. Now I'm not going to do it this way because normally I would just click Photoshop Express, but I'm gonna just do it the old fashioned way so I can take you through the app and you can see. So I'm gonna go to Photoshop Express, open it up. Do you want to work on your no, 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 and then it'll open it up to all my photos, right? So this is the photo, and it's going to open it up, and it'll look like this in Photoshop Express. That's what it's going to look like. That's the original. Now, Photoshop Express, if you can look, has, I mean, literally dozens of different filters that you can use on any image. And we're going to play around with some of those today. Now, here's a moment behind the curtain of L Teddy 27's channel. I almost exclusively, when I'm doing thumbnails, when I'm using a picture, I almost exclusively use summer because I just like the tint of summer. Let me go back to the original. This is the original. That is what it came as, right? And then I usually click summer, and so it gave it a little more of a summery sun on you type of look. That's my mechanism always. I always say it gives it like a more of a yellow tint from like the sun. But that is my way of, if they try and get me and say I use the same exact image, I'm gonna be like, nope, it's different. It's not the same. So that's just what I always do that because I never want to get caught for that. So we put it on summer. All right. Let me know if I go too fast. After that, I go down to the little cropping image that's right down here at the bottom in the middle. I click there. Now, one of the beautiful things about that is they already have a YouTube thumbnail. So I go, keep going, and you see right here it says YouTube thumbnail, and I click YouTube thumbnail. So it immediately, excuse me, makes the image fit to a YouTube thumbnail. And it does, and as long as you drag it from the bottom right corner, if as long as you grab it from one of the corners, either bottom right, bottom left, top right, or top left, it will keep the dimensions of a YouTube thumbnail. Now, right here, you can move it around. Maybe I want it want more of his head in there. I don't want his hair cut off because I'm a hair guy and I need hair. So I moved it down a little bit. If I and let me show you what I mean. See how I went like that? That's still the dimensions of a YouTube thumbnail. So I know as long as I keep it in the corner, it will stay the size of a YouTube thumbnail. All right, so I want to use more of his hair because I'm a hair guy. I want him all in the shot. I don't need your legs too much, but I do need that body. So that's where we're gonna go, right? So we got what we need. Okay. We got the right tint or filter. We got the right size. We'll play around with some of the other stuff later. But I want so this right here is going to end up being my original image. So in the top right corner of up here, I'm going to click next. And when I click next, that's going to show me this is what the image is going to look like. This is what I will see after I do the image. Now, mine is already default set, but make sure you have it set for none. Otherwise, it's going to put one of these watermarks. Like it might do that. If I changed it to that, you'll see the watermark in the top left corner or here. It has different. I don't want any of those. So I put it on none. So I don't have anything on the picture. I don't want any watermarks or anything. Okay. Once you have it like that, click save to gallery on your phone or however your phone does it. But mine is saved to gallery. And now I know it's saved. Okay. How do I know it's saved? If I click the back arrow back here, if I click the back arrow again, um, I usually don't save it because it automatically saves a copy. I've already saved a copy to my gallery. So I'm gonna click don't save. And if I look there, it just added a new image, which is the one that we just created. Okay. All right. So we're going to close that app for now. We got what we needed from that app. We're in a good place. All right. Let me take a swig of water. I mean, Red Bull. All right. So now we're going to go to PixArt. Now, when you open up PixArt, it's going to do all of this stuff. It might give you some ads and stuff. Now, PixArt is free. None of this stuff I'm going to give you, you technically have to pay for. I'm giving you free routes, okay, to do it. So for PixArt, when I open it up, I go down here to this little plus sign. I click the plus sign, and then where it says photos, um this one right here. Ooh, this one right here is the one that we just saved, okay? That's the one we did. All right. That second image. So I'm going to click that. There's our image we just saved from Photoshop Express. Everybody with me. Now, what I want to do now is I want to isolate just the dude. I want just the dude and nothing else. I don't want all of the background. I just want him so I can take him out and do some stuff with him. So on Pixar, they have a cool little feature called cutout. So if I go to at the bottom, let me go back. At the bottom, it looks like here down here at the bottom, they have options. So I'm going to go over to cutout, which is the little scissors right there. Oh, the ghetto view just shared my video. Thank you. This right here is what we're going to choose. So I'm going to choose cutout. Now, you got a lot of options. You can cut out a person, face, clothes, sky. So let's look at all the options, okay? Here, we got a lot of things we can cut out. So if we just wanted the person, everything that's red is what's going to be cut out. So if I click down here where it says preview, I can see what that looks like. So this is what we got. That's what's going to end up, we're going to end up taking out, okay? Let me take the preview off. And I'm going to go back. See this? I'm going to click back because I want to show y'all everything that it can do. Boy, let me go back. All right. So I went back. Let's do face. Now, sometimes it works good. Sometimes it doesn't. Like face doesn't work good. For face, you normally want to do face when you have like a close up of a selfie or something like that. Now, see what it did here? It tried to get as much of the clothing as they could, but that doesn't do a whole lot for me. So if I were working on this, which I'm not, but I would have to go through and I would have to erase some stuff. Like I would erase the hands, because it's already on the erase. I would erase the stuff from the hands, the stuff from the hair, and you could play around with it. This is getting real involved. And restore at lets me add stuff that I wanted to, so I could add the part over there if I want. And remember what I said, everything that's in red is what you'll keep. So I can make it bigger so I could get real deep in there and get real close. I've had to do this before when I've been designing stuff for certain people. Hint, hint. They know I'm talking about. And go in there and really get in there and really blow it up and get all of the parts that I wanted to and take out but that's for those of us who get real deep, and you'll get better at it where you'll get real deep into some of this stuff and get real, picky with it. But I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that discard changes that you can do. So to let me go back to where I was. Let's go back to cutout. We're cutting out the person, okay? That should be everything we need from him. Let me get a preview of what that's going to look like. Let me make it a little bigger. Hold on. So he looks good, even though There are parts of him that I want a little darker, but I'm gonna just leave it like this. If I was being picky, see how the hands is not fully red? If I wanted to, I could go in here and say, give me more of the hands like that. But I ain't gonna make y'all do that. Let's go with what they gave us, okay? So we just gonna take what they gave us, all right, and go from there. Up here in the top right corner, I'm gonna click save. And when I click save, now I got the image of just the man, no background. All that other stuff with the boxes, the box tessellation or whatever behind them with the gray and black tessellation of the box, that's all transparent. So you won't see that. So now I could take that and just put that on another image. So I want you to go up here and click this button right here, which is the download button. So I'm going to hit download and now it's saved to my gallery. Bam, got my dude saved on my gallery. All right. Everybody with me? Hopefully I'm not going too fast. All right. So I'm going to go out of that app. I'm going to go back to my Photoshop Express. Okay. Now we're going to go back to, if y'all see the new picture right here that we just saved, and it's in there, just the guy, no background. So we're in a good place now. So now we're gonna go back, and if you remember, this is our original. This is our image that we say that's the original we downloaded right here. This is the one that we're gonna say is our original because that's the one we saved when we changed the filter and made it a YouTube, made it the size of a YouTube thumbnail. So we're gonna click that one. Now what I'm going to do is, our color was purple, right? I'm going to change the color because I want it to be a little different. You can't have everything the same. So I'm scrolling, or I can click on splash. You can either scroll or just click where it says splash, right? I think the one that I did was this one. I think that's the color scheme I used. Um, let's go with mint. All right. So we're gonna change up a little bit. It's good to change up. I don't want y'all to think that I just downloaded that image from somewhere and I'm just, using it. I want to show you that I did make it. So we're gonna go with mint. So choose mint, right? After we choose mint, if you notice, I'm using the original picture. So the man, so if I go back to, let me go back to my image that I had earlier. Hold on. If I go back here, you see this? If you look closely, the man is actually behind him. That's the same image. The man, I just pulled the man out and stuck him on top of himself. But if you look closely, you can see his arm like right there. You can literally see the man back there. So I just wanted to show you that um he is there. So we go to mint, and after we go to mint, go down here to these little to this icon right here, which lets you change certain edit certain parts of it. All right, when you go there, I want you to click here where it says blur, and I'm going to click blur, and it gives you two settings. Now I'm going to show you what both settings do. It can blur out, for example, right now it's on radial, meaning it's going to blur out everything outside of the circle. So if I went all the way to the right with it, you notice how everything is blurred out except for things in the circle. That's what that means. So let me go back. I don't want radio right now. Sometimes I do use that. I want full. I want everything blurred. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to blur it. Maybe I don't blur it as much as it was earlier. So I'm just going to blur it that much. You see where mine went? So I was all the way here. That's no blur. And so I'm going to go to about, let's say, 20. All right. So let's go to 20. 20 is where I'm going. All right. So we blurred at 20. That's going to give us our background for this particular image. So we're going to click next again because we know it's already set to the YouTube thumbnail size, so we don't have to worry about that. And we already set originally, it should stay defaulted to none now. If it isn't, make sure you have none on there, but it should default to none now since we've already set that up. And then I'm going to click Save to Gallery. All right. We know it's saved to the gallery. My phone just told me that. I'm good. Let's go back. And then I can just exit out of there. So that's gone. Hopefully, I'm not going too fast. Hopefully, everybody is following along and we're in a good place. Shoot, I'm almost done with my Red Bull. All right, we are going back to PixArt. So let me exit out of, I'm going to say don't save. So if I go back to PixArt and I exited out of what I had earlier and I click, I didn't have any need to save it. I didn't want to save it. I didn't want to do anything. Okay. We really don't need it. We already have what we wanted, so we really don't need it. So I'm going to click on what we just saved. There's our picture. There's our background for our thumbnail. Now, I want to, oh, crap. I did mess up. I forgot to do something, y'all. I'm sorry. Going so fast. Let me go back. I should have saved that just like I said. All right. Oh, did it go? Wait, hold on. What happened? Hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure. I don't know why it stopped sharing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I don't know what just hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties, but these things happen on a live. These things happen. All right. Now we're ready. We're back cooking with fish grease. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, let me go back to Pixar. All right. So I went back to my dude that we were working on earlier. I forgot to add one more thing to the dude, okay? I apologize for that. Now, um, I want the dude to have I want dude to have, let's say we want him to have a white border, like what he does on the picture that we had. So down here at the bottom, you see I'm scrolling along and I'm going to click border. And it gives him a border that's way too thick, way too thick. So I'm going to put that at about, let me make him a little bigger. I'm going to put that at about, that's too thick. I'm going to say about 6. Let's go with 7, okay? So 7 is good for what we need, and then we're going to download him again, okay? Hopefully that didn't go too fast. So what I did was I went back into the picture, the one with the man by himself. I clicked on border, and then it gave me a white border, and it could be another color if you want, but we're just doing white today just to make it simple, but you can do it any color. And it gave me a real thick border, and I narrowed it down so it could be thinner. So now I'm gonna download him. I already did, and go back. Save, don't save. I don't know why I never save. All right, so there's my dude. Let's go back here, click on my background. Now I'm gonna go to the bottom. The adding border thing we should have did earlier, but I forgot. My bad. When we first took the guy out, and after we got the guy, we should have put the border around him then, but I forgot. All right. So I want to add an image. It's going to go through my files and see which one I want to add. I'm going to add this one right here because that's the one that I just made. So when I click that, and I'm going to go up here in the top right and click add, and it has the number of pictures because you can add multiple pictures. And I'm just going to click add for the add one. And now it has the dude there. Okay. So I need to make him much bigger. So if I look in the right hand corner, it has the little um adjust. It allows me to adjust his size. Now, my preference is always to make the dude a little bit bigger than his original size, just to highlight and spotlight him a little more. So I'm gonna put him right there by his original picture, okay? A little bit off. So that's where we are with it, okay? Everybody see what we're doing. Once I have that the way I want it, I'm going to click this little check mark up here, and then it's going to set it right there. All right. Now we are ready to add a border. So at the bottom, I'm going to scroll over to border, and it's going to give me an outer and an inner. The outer, they always make too thick. So I'm just going to set the outer at 6. I'm sorry, I'm going to set the outer at 3. I'm going to set the inner at 3. So I'm going to set them both at 3, right? You can't see the outer right now because it's black. I'm going to change that color. So when I click right here, I'm going to click that black box. Now it's going to allow me to change the color of the outer one. And I want it to be the colors, one of the colors that's already on screen. So you see this little um eye drop kind of looking icon right here. I want you to click on there. So we're going to click on there. And what that allows us to do, it says, okay, you can move it around and choose any image that's on the screen. So as you look, see how I move around, it goes to whatever color it pinpoints. So I'm just going to pinpoint the color there because maybe I want the same mint green color. And there we go. So if you look now, the outer is green and the inner is white. I made sure that the inner was white so that it would match with the same color of the border of the guy, because if you look, the border of the guy just bleeds right into the inner border, so it looks like it's actually a part of the picture. All right. So I'm going to go back up here and click this little check box. So we click our check box and we're good there. So there is that's basically our picture in a nutshell. Okay. Now we're going to click um there should be a where is it? Why isn't it changing, God? Once you click there, it should allow, I don't know why my Oh, there it is. It should right here is where it allows you to download it. So you're going to click that little download button and it saved it to our gallery. All right. So now we got our picture. Now we can go out of this app. So I don't need that app. So I'm just going to go out of it. Then I'm going to go now to my Fonto, which is this red one right here. This is where I do most of my text stuff. So Fonto looks like this. First go in. You're gonna have to go up here to this and click this little button right here that says with the little picture right there. So I'm gonna click there, and then it's gonna say images. And now you're gonna have to go and find it. I always click on this week. And if you notice, this one right here is the picture. Now you're gonna have you may depending on your phone, you may have to go in and search for the file or the file location of your various pictures. Sometimes it's easier if you just click on recent. And when I click on recent, it'll pull up all of the ones that I just recently did today. So, but the one that we need is the first one. And there is our image of our dude. All right. Now, I forgot which fonts I used. Oh well, doesn't matter. We can play around with it. So Fonto is pretty easy to use. Um, I click on the little pen. I'm sorry, let me show you what I clicked on. I clicked on this little pencil right here. And so when I click there, it says font. And what was our words? It's a, and then I'm going to put press enter. And I'm going to say melanin. And then Monday, exclamation. Then I'm going to say align center, right? So we want it centered. And then we're going to go font. Mine was set on that one because I used it earlier. But you got a lot of fonts here. Lot of fonts here. A lot of stuff to choose from. A lot of just nice different types of fonts to choose from. Um the good thing is they show you what they look like. I believe the one I used was rum raisin regular. I think it was this one down here, rum raisin regular. But you could choose to use another one if you want to, like the one just above it, rock salt. Now, I talked about this last year when I did the font. Let's go back up. I'm going to choose another one. So let's there was one that I wanted to choose. Where did it go? Where did you go? Um when you're doing fonts, oh, the one that says luckiest guy, that's what I want to use. When you're choosing a font for your thumbnail, your main message you want to have in a large font, you want it to be bold, or because a lot of times, let me show you on the fonts, they'll have several, like look at the one that says LG Smart UI Mobile. They have light, they have regular, and they have bold. Normally for your when you're talking about the text for your thumbnails, the part that you want people to pay attention to, that may be the title or the name of the show or the title of the thumbnail or the main message that you're trying to put on this flyer or Instagram post. You want to have that in bold and big letters. So I chose Luckiest Guy because if you can look at it, that one is already big, it's bold, the letters are already a nice size. So I'm gonna go with that one. And now that I have my font, I'm gonna say done, right? It's still clicked on there. So I have several options. I'm gonna click now on style. So when I go to style, I'm going to say, um, I'm thinking of what I want for my colors. Let's go with the yellow. So let's go for color yellow. Okay. So there's my color. Um, my stroke is my border. So let's say my border around my text is, I don't like that. And this is where you can play around with stuff. That's too bright, too much bright on bright. So I might do that for my or a dark gray or a black or a yellow, or I could do a deep red. Yeah, let's do a deep red for our stroke. Okay, so I clicked this red right here. Okay, so that's the red that I chose. And no, I don't like that one. That was a little too deep. Let's choose this one, this third one right here. That one right in the middle. That one right there. That's the one we're gonna go with. My stroke, I want to be, as I'm talking about stroke game, dear God. Let's go with 6 for the stroke, okay? Let's go with 6 because we're talking about strokes. And for shadow, sometimes you want a light shadow, sometimes you want a dark shadow. I always say play around with it. Like for example, for shadow, if I chose white, that might work against the red. So when I clicked on shadow at the bottom, I clicked white. I usually put it if I want a big shadow, I might change this X to 100. See, I changed my, if I can get it. My finger won't let me get it, or somewhere around as close to one. Oh, I got 100. I'm going to click the Y. I try to set my X and my Y the same. I try to set this one that says radius to around half of what my X and Y is. So maybe 50. I'll go with 49. And then I'm going to click done and I'm going to look at it. And let me move it over here and see if that works. And so when I look at that, I say I really can't see the shadow. It might be a little too light. So let me click on style again. And let me see if, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. It was yellow, right? I'll go back to shadow, right? And then I'm going to click black. Maybe the black will work. So instead of having a white shadow, I'm going to choose black. Now the settings for the shadow stayed. Only thing I did was is I changed the shadow from black, from white to black, and I click done, and that looks much better. That one pops out. We can see it better. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tilt it a little bit, not too much. So I'm going to click the tilt feature, and it lets me tilt it all types of ways. However I want to tilt it, it's up to me. So this is regular. And so I'm going to go to my left until it goes 10. And there we go. All right. And now I decide is so I went to the left and I went to the 10. Now we need to make it a little bigger because that's just not big enough for me. So let's go with 60. If we can get 60 or close enough. All right, there's 60. So I'm going to move it there. Now, the interesting things, and this is the anal retentive part of me, I don't like, a lot of times I want to make sure that we don't clutter too much. So when I look at this, I didn't want the words on top of the borders. I didn't want the words on top of the dude. I even wanted the dude in the background, you to be able to see too. the dude in the background. So I wanted to make the words where they were still there, they still popped out, but you still were able to see the other elements of what we're doing. So if I what I so we were there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click any of the blank space out here so I could just look at the image. So I click there, and so that's what we're looking at right now. I like it. It's good. It pops. When I look at it, I see the dude. I see the message. The message pops out at me. If I wanted to, I'll click back on the words. If I wanted to, when I go back here to style, at the bottom, if I scroll over, it has the option for spacing. So I could change the spacing of the letters. I could make the letters further apart, or I could make the lines further apart. So I'm going to make the lines at 20. And now that looks a little better to me. So now that's a little too big because I just made the lines more apart. So let me put it at 55 now. Make it a little smaller. And now see how that looks. So now that looks pretty good. I like that. I think we're in a good place. All right. So we're gonna put that there, and I think let me look back at our original photo. This is our original. It's a melanin mud. So now we just need to add this little part at the bottom that says graphics tutorial. All right. All right. So let me take that off. Okay. So, all right. Let's go to I'm going to click the little pencil again because I need to add more text. So I'm going to add text, and it's going to say graphics tutorial. All right. Now, because I know I want to add a because I know I want to add a background to this, I'm going to go and I'm going to have a space after the last letter, and then I'm going to have a space before the first letter. So a lot of times when I'm making a text and I know I want to have a background, I will have at least one space before the first letter of the first word and one space after the last letter of the last word on the when it's on the same line. And that's because a lot of times when you do borders, if you don't do it, it'll push the border right against the edge of the letter instead of having it out a little bit so you can see the border around the first and last letter. So that's just a bit of advice, a little trick that I learned early on to have a space before the first letter and a space after the last letter. So now I'm going to click font. So I'm a stickler for when you learn visuals and what the eye looks at. You don't want a thumbnail or a visual or a poster where all of the fonts are just crazy. All of them are just wacky, scripted, calligraphy, cursive. You can't, some of it, especially when you get to the smaller text, they need to be, regular, standard, kind of, stuff that's easy to read. So I'm just going to pick a regular, nothing too funky and nothing too, out of the ordinary. So let's go with I'm just scrolling and looking. Um Regular. See this bitter regular right here? I don't know why it just stuck out to me. So I'm gonna choose bitter regular, right? I don't like that. I don't like the serifs. Serifs, if you don't know what serifs are, Because sometimes you see not graphic text that say serifs and sans serifs. Serifs are, if you look at the bit of regular, it has serifs because if you look, for example, look at the letter B here. See how it had the little part sticking out at the bottom and at the top? Those are what we call serifs. But if I look at um the B on Barrio regular, it doesn't have the parts that sticks out. Those little on those little things, those are called serifs. So let me go with I'm gonna go with, or you can see the serifs much better. See that Q-tip mono? You see how it has the serifs on the M and stuff like that? Those are, or on the beginning of the C, those are serifs. So I'm just gonna go with, see this EXO media? I'm just gonna go with that. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go. I'm just doing it for the purpose of this. So that's what it looks like. So we're gonna choose done. And then we're going to go to style and we're going to put a background. Now, I want the background to be red. No, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let's go background first. Background red. All right. Our stroke, I can leave my text as white. That's fine by me. Stroke is going to be yellow. No, I don't like that. That's too much. Too much bright on bright. Let's go with black. I don't like that either. Y'all see how I get about these things? I'm real like hey Todd. I'm real anal about visuals because I think visuals are important. So let me think about I think let's go with my color. So let me change the color to yellow. Oh, let me see how that looks. Okay. So for my stroke, I want the stroke. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the stroke being the same color as our background. So see these little three lines right here? If I click that, it allows me to have the little teardrop thing again, which allows me to pick what I want from the screen. So I'm gonna choose the background color. All right. And then I'm gonna click apply. And there is I don't know why my thing is moving so slowly now. I don't know. It's taking so long for it to update. I apologize for the technical difficulties I'm having. Y'all know my computer be acting up from time to time. All right, so that's what it looks like. I still don't like the way this looks. So let me choose a different background. Let's see what that looks like on there. That's a little better. I don't like the yellow for my color, so I'm going back to color and choosing white. Oh, that might work. That might work. Hold on. Let me see. Let me click done. And I got to resize this. So I'm going to take it down to about a 25. It was way too big. Let's take it down to a 20. All right. All right. So, and I'm going to put this there. I think that works for what we need. And you can play around with the colors if you want. It's just like I said, just to get your feet wet and help you out. Now, and let me click off, and that's what it looks like. Okay. Here's our original. Let me go back to our original. This was our original. And let me take that off. And this, hold on. And this is what we made today. Cool. Nice. Um, So what I would do now is I will go up here with the little download icon. I'll click download. I'm going to say in most cases, you want to download it as a JPEG. However, there are cases where you want to download it as a PNG because a PNG allows you to have a transparent background. And that's the difference between a JPEG and a PNG. Well, JPEG, they're usually going to default to a black or white background, whereas if you save it as a PNG, it has a transparent background. But for what we need for a thumbnail, you could save it as a JPEG and you would just click save. Then it's going to give you some stupid advertisement because you paid for the free version. I mean, you didn't pay for it, you just had a free version. And we got and that is that. So then when I go to my images, and there is our thumbnail. Ta-da! That's what we made. Now, a couple tricks that we learned last year, but I'll reiterate this year. For the tutorial for graphics on YouTube, you want to avoid the bottom right corner. The bottom right third of the screen, you want to avoid because that is where YouTube puts on the YouTube app, that's where it puts the time stamp of the video or how long the length of the video at, and they put other little things in that bottom right third. So this corner, you don't, I'm not saying you can't put anything there, but if it's important, you don't want to put it in that corner because it's going to get blocked out by, and I'll show you what I mean. Look at when I go to my, let's say when I go to my YouTube studio. When I go to my YouTube studio, which isn't opening. Oh man, let me take another swig of my so on my YouTube studio, somebody thinks I keep growling, and I'm not growling. But you see how it shows the videos here, and in the bottom right corner, that's where YouTube decides it wants to put its little time thing for, y'all see how they don't see it for me with my live, they never get me monetized. But even if I scroll up and down, you can see that it's put stuff there in that bottom right corner. So that's why, damn it. So that's why I say avoid that. I don't know why it keeps going away. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Oh, is this one? Let me close that one out. I'm sorry about this, y'all. My and I use to project my phone. I use a program called Let's View. It's called Let's View, and on that program, it allows you to project to screen project your phone, and and that's what I use just to help you out in case you ever want to do that on your on a live. I use Let's View. So, and that's all one word, LETSVIEW. Let's View. That is what I use for that. So, hold on. Share screen. All right. There we go. So now put a 27 in the chat if you were able to create our thumbnail. And I know you might want to go back and slow it down and rewind and all of that stuff and pause and everything. And I know I kind of went fast because I might be better at it, or it might be easier for me than you. But if you were able to recreate the thumbnail, put a 27 in the chat so that I know that you were successful. Oh, that's good. So now if y'all want, and that, like I said, that was just a real quick brief um tutorial. Now some things that I do, okay, good. I didn't say okay Google. I said okay good. Y'all see how Google be playing? Anyway, I always, let me show y'all a couple things. Um, let me go to my channel and show you a couple things. Now, I definitely believe in coming up with um I'll call it branding, or things that people look for, they know is going to be the same. And I'll give you an example. If you look at any one of my reviews, all of my reviews use the same font, and you might not pay attention to it. But when I put the I want to go through and show you the graphics, the pictures themselves, but I'm scared that if I go through the pictures on my phone, meat might come up or something like that. So I I don't want to go through the photo gallery on my phone, because y'all gonna see some stuff that we can't do on YouTube. But if I could make it bigger and show you, if you look at hold on, hold on, let me let me pull myself off screen. Let me put the share screen off first and go look and see if I can pull this up without y'all necessarily see it. Let me see what's on my graph. If anything, oh yeah, I can't go that far down. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. You don't, ooh, ooh, ooh. Um, yeah, I can't do that. Hold on. I know, little baby. I know. Hold on. I think I got another way to do this. That's funny. That is too funny. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well then. Well then. Oh, oh, okay. I just thought about something. I thought about something. Hold on, y'all. See? Yogi Bear is smarter than the average bear. Where's that? All right. Okay, good. All right. I didn't say okay, Google. All right. Oh God. So now I can do this. Hold on, y'all. Because I want to show y'all something that I think I always think is important. All right. So we're back. All right. So what I wanted to show y'all was, All right, yeah, we're good. So let's go back here. So that was our picture for the day. Um, if you notice, and let me turn this sideways, see if that works. All right. My and I know it's not looking too good. I could, change the bit rate or the so forth, but I don't feel like doing it. But all of my um I use the exact same font for the when I do the season, the episode, season whatever, episode whatever, and I use the exact same font when I do TV reviews. Now I might change other fonts, but if you look, those two things I keep the same because I do want some things that I'm always going to do and give you. So I just wanted you to look at, for me, that's almost a type of branding for myself where I know I don't have to think about it. I know the two fonts that I use for that. While I might change what goes on with regard to the title of the show or different things, I definitely always keep the same. And if you look at it, there are that the episode number as well as whether it says review or TV review, I always keep those the same font. So it's always gonna those two are always gonna look the same no matter what um I'm doing. So I could tell you what that is, but then I would be giving you too much of my stuff, you know. So I just wanted to show you those kind of little things help out. Oh, that's when I made the thing for really big. Um, so there's Real Hot Boys Houston. So yeah, I just wanted to show you um some of this stuff that I'll be doing. Anyway, all right. Oh, I should have taken it off. Oh, that went by wow. Yeah. Did I make my logo? No, I did not. Um my logo itself, I hope YouTube doesn't get me for that. Dear God. Y'all ain't see that. That went by real fast. Um oh dear God. But my logo that you see here actually was created by Foy. Foy did my now Foy is a graphics person. Now you want to talk about somebody who is a graphic designer, Foy the artist, who's either in the bushes or watching the replay. I know you all haven't seen Foy in a while, but he's still matter of fact, I just hollered at Foy the other day. He's still he still watches, he's still in the bushes. He just works a lot now and got a lot going on. So but he ends up having to catch replays or be in the bushes. And so, but he does phenomenal work with regard to graphics and stuff like that. And yeah, he created the logo that you see on the screen. Now he created my background. If you go to my channel, let me go to that, show you that. Hold on. All right. If you go to my channel, oh, I gotta share screen first, don't I? That might help. That might help your cause. Might just help the cause. I'll tell you if you go to your share screen. All right. So you see the little graphic up there that says L Teddy 27. He created that too. Um, so he created the logo. All of the other things I kind of do on my own. Um, but he did do that. I did want something that was professionally done. And I wanted to promote him as well. I definitely will tell you he is phenomenal at what he does. He's an artist. That's why he is titled for the artist. He is an artist, and he definitely did that. Now, I do think, oh, I'm already at an hour and a half, dear God. Oh, dear God, let me close that. I need y'all to see that. Um, dear God. What am I looking for? Oh, he did that. So I I definitely thank him for doing that. I don't know if because we already been on an hour and a half, and I don't want to keep y'all all day. But sometimes, yeah, no, Foy's still around, and I'll hit him up and tell him y'all said y'all miss him. He's still around. Don't worry, we'll never lose our Foy Bay. Um. Anyway, I don't want to keep y'all here all day, and I know we've been on for an hour and a half, and I still wanted to do some stuff for StreamYard to show y'all some stuff. Um, how to do some like overlays and stuff like that. But we can work on that on another live. So we'll keep it to the thumbnails today. We produced something. It was pretty good. I want you all to go and let me come back on camera. I definitely want you all to go and practice and play around with all of the stuff that we did today. Those three apps that I had you all download will go a long way. Photoshop Express, um, PixArt, and Fonto. Those three apps can do majority of what you want to do. Like I said, there are other apps that you can use, other apps that I use, and as we get more into um and as you become more comfortable with it, we can start working on more things with that. But that's just a start because I've had a lot of people ask me about, when you have, how you see people and they'll have a thumbnail and the background will be the picture of whatever show, and then they'll have themselves cropped into or placed on top of that picture where they're looking at it funny or something like that. That's kind of what we did today. The only thing we did was we just blurred out the background. But if we wanted to, we could have just left the background unblurred out and stuck the man on top of it. And now you have a picture on top of a picture. And it could have been a picture of yourself where kind of cut out yourself and maybe you were making a funny, little or picture like people make, and then they'll just put one on top of the other. You don't have to do the border, as you can see, because we did it without the border, but then we did it with the border. So it just depends. Also, when you get deep, deep, deep into it, you could start. There are things that you could do, like changing colors, like you could change eye color, or you could change the color of someone's skin, or to change the color of your shirt, or different things where you can have everything in black and white except for your shirt, or except for your eyes, or except for your glasses, and different to just to make it pop, and things like that. So um, it is so fun and so interesting to play around with stuff. Like when I get off here, I'm gonna play around with some more overlays, and so that I can have better graphics for myself like this for when I come on StreamYard. And there are overlays and things that you can do where when you have multiple people on screen, they'll have similar type overlays for their name and stuff like that as well. So I'm always working on, and some of these things I do have paid versions for. So most of them, I think, well, all of them, I should say, I have the paid version for. But the ones that I showed you today, I showed you on the free version so that you all could see that it's possible with the free version. But use I do use monetary donations and stuff that you all give me um on the channel for the paid versions of things so that I can, really do some in-depth things to make the channel better and to, always be bringing you good content. I hope you all enjoyed today. Hopefully it helped. Like I said, that what we did today was just beginner level. Like it was a real easy plug and play. Let's click, 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 click. Even your 8-year old can sit down and follow and make it happen. So I'm definitely glad to be able to bring that to you and show you all how to work. Any questions? Any questions? I wanted to do something where it was a little more in depth than just what we did last year. Oh, one more thing I want to show, and I just clicked off the share screen for my phone. Damn it. Um, one of the things that I wanted to, because somebody asked me this as well. How do I go about getting some of the pictures that I get for my backgrounds? If it's a YouTube show, that's pretty easy. Like I'll take the red ball and drag it to the moment that I want, pause it, make it full screen, and then do a screen capture. And then I will go to Photoshop Express. And on Photoshop Express, remember I showed you how to put it to YouTube thumbnail, and I'll drag the corner to as much of it that I want. Most times I'm just dragging it to the point where I can cut out their logo that's usually at the bottom right here. That's usually in the bottom right corner of their, so I usually try and crop it until their logo is out of it so they don't think I'm just, using their logo and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Other times I might go and Google the episode. Sometimes I will Google the episode. Sometimes I will go to that channel's, like if it's own is good about it, Bravo is good about it. Um, and most television channels, when they have a show that comes on that night, either earlier before the show or maybe after the show, they'll have little snippets of the show on their YouTube channel. And I'll go to that and I'll maybe do the same thing. Maybe go to the exactly what part that I want, pause it, take a screen capture, and do it that way. So that helps as well. Google Images, you can Google the show and or the episode, and it will pull up images that you may be able to use. So yeah, that's what we do. Anyway, um, if there are no more questions, I thoroughly enjoyed coming on here and providing you all with this little tutorial, is so to speak, on thumbnails. Next time, and it'll be sooner as opposed to later. Like I said, I want to do some stuff where we go over overlays and graphics that you can use for um your StreamYard and things like that. So latest post. Well, see, that was my question. Hold on, little baby. Let me I said little baby nappy child. Let me See, because I'm trying to figure out exactly when you say that what you are talking about. So let me pull up my phone again so that I can share that my phone screen with you. All right, hold on. Oh, also the once again the I use a app called Let's View in order to show my phone on screen. All right, so um now my question, Nappy Child, is are you talking about, like, for example, on my community tab here, where I post up on my community tab, or are you talking about, like, this is YouTube's homepage, and of course it's showing what I got, but are you talking about, like, here where it has, like, top news and stuff like that? Why is Five Babe coming up? I'm not even subscribed to this whore. Anyway, dear God. Um, like, I'm confusion. I'm mostly on my laptop. Right, but I just didn't know exactly what where you were talking about posting, you know? Because on my everybody has access to their YouTube page. Everybody, I don't care who it is, when you go to YouTube, you can do this. You click the little icon up there, you go to your channel. Once you sign up for YouTube, you have a channel. You just may have a channel that has no the YouTube homepage, no YouTube latest post section. I don't even know what that is. Why is Tommy Sotomayor in my I swear they be coming up with the craziest thing. YouTube latest post. This is the homepage. Like, I don't know. Like when I click on my homepage, everything for YouTube, be it the homepage, be it whatever, is the algorithm. Whatever it thinks that it wants you to see or that you should see, it comes up with it on its own. In order for you to get on the algorithm, you are going to have to use certain taglines. You're going to have to definitely post on your channel, but having certain taglines and things like that. In terms of a community walls are only for people who have 1,000 or more subscribers. Um, um, what was I about to say? Shit. And anything else, I don't know exactly. I don't know. I might be confused, but we could talk about it backstage. Anyway, I'm gonna get off. I'm hungry now. I need to go be fat and eat what I want to eat, y'all. Anyway, this video is too long. I don't want to add all this extra stuff to the video. It's long enough. I hope you all enjoyed. Share it if you need with people, or go home and rewatch it and practice yourself. Until next time, you all, that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We are out.